At first light, a family of 5 stirs in a cool cave. Father, mother, and 3 kids rub sleep from their eyes, hungry and alert. The fire is low, ash gray and warm, and the day already asks for action. They live on what they can find and catch. Berries, wild fruits, and small reptiles keep them strong. Every meal is earned with sharp eyes, quick hands, and simple tools. The mother checks a woven basket, its rim tight and ready. The kids know the berry spots by memory, the high bushes and low thickets that stain fingers purple. They pick blackberries and blueberries, taste, then drop the good ones in, careful to share. The father studies tracks near the river bend. Turtles bask on flat stones, slow but wary. Lizards skitter between warm rocks, fast sparks of meat that need patience and a clean throw. Danger rides with them, quiet and close. Some berries lie and burn the gut, wasps nest near sweet fruit, and snakes like the same sunlit spaces. A rustle in tall grass can mean food or a fight they do not want. They trust fire to make food safe and kind to their stomachs. Reptiles roast whole on coals, skins crisping as the cave fills with a rich smell. Berries stew with water, sometimes sweetened with a torn bit of honeycomb, a treat shared to the last drop. There is joy in the work, even with the risk. A shout when a turtle is lifted, a laugh when a child finds a hidden patch, a proud nod at a well-made tool. Today they will walk farther, carry more, and keep watch as they go. This is how they survive and how they teach. Hands busy, senses sharp, heart steady. Come see what they gather, how they cook it, and why it matters. Gearing up for the big forage adventure. The air is cool, the ground damp, and the family moves with purpose. Today will be long and the baskets must come back heavy. The kids know this is not just a walk, it is a lesson, a hunt, and a promise of food. They carry simple tools that matter more than they look. A woven basket for berries, a sturdy stick for poking brush, a smooth stone blade for cutting vines and trimming branches. The father checks the path near the river where turtles slow in shallow pools. The mother watches the treeline where berry bushes crowd the sunlit edge. They talk in short, calm phrases, names of plants, signs of fresh tracks, where to step and where not to. The kids listen, eyes wide, hands ready. Kids learn quick lessons from parents. The 2 sons and their sister move between the adults like small shadows. They are learning to spot food early, to see color and shape and pattern before they even touch a plant. The family trusts the safe ones they know well. Blackberries and raspberries look right when they are deep in color, plump, and easy to pull. Blueberries cluster on low bushes, round, dusty blue, and sweet. Hackberries cling to rough bark trees, sweet skin with a crunchy heart. Serviceberries look like small, pale blue plums, soft and kind on the tongue. Elderberries hang in heavy clusters. The mother nods, then says, "Cook first." The kids repeat it, a rule that sticks. The father leads them along the brambles without losing skin. He shows how to angle a forearm, how to thread fingers through a gap between thorns, how to guide a branch away with the stick before reaching in. Slow hands, he says, fast eyes. The boys try it, each pick cleaner than the last. The daughter finds a low knot of ripe fruit, grins, and fills her palm before dropping the berries into the basket. The mother kneels by a patch of sand and points to marks that cut across the trail. Turtles leave shallow drags like pulled ropes. Lizards leave tiny commas. A heavier track means wild pig or something they would rather not meet today. The kids read the ground like a story. They know fresh from old by the crisp edge of a print and the shine of a new scuff. Risk rides close, but it does not rule them. The father taps a stone with the stick and shows a slick sheen of moss. Wet rock, he says, flat feet, small steps. They test each foothold, hands on the bank when the river narrows. The mother keeps them to dry logs and firm soil, steering clear of wasp hum and tall grass that can hide a snake. They spot a lizard sunning on a warm slab. The father signals stillness. The older boy inches closer, stone in hand, and waits for the breath between flicks of the tail. A clean toss, a quick grab, the lesson lands along with the catch. The younger one watches, patient, learning pace and timing. The girl returns to the berries, sorting ripe from unripe by touch alone. By midday, the kids move with new ease. They call out finds, track with better focus, and keep their feet under them on slick ground. Each small win builds the next. A handful of berries here, a careful step there, a lizard saved for the fire. They are growing into the work, steady and proud, ready for whatever the brush hides next. Chasing reptiles, the heart-pounding hunt. The river path tightens and every step counts. The family moves in a patient line, eyes on rock and brush, hands steady on simple tools. Reptiles mean meat today, they know where to look, how to wait, and when to strike. Risk is always there, but so is skill. They read water, listen for rustle, and stay close enough to help one another. They do not waste a chance. Turtles give rich, steady meat. Snakes offer clean protein and cook fast. Fire turns both safe, and a quick feast is never far once the catch is in hand. Snagging a turtle by the river's edge. They see it first as a dark oval on a flat stone. A turtle warm from the sun, inches from deep water. The father lifts a hand and the family spreads into quiet places. The older boy edges downstream, careful on slick rock. The mother anchors the youngest two by a willow root far from the pull of the current. The river is fast today. Foam stitches the bends and rounded stones shine like glass. One bad step could sweep a child into cold surge, so they move with intent, testing each foothold with the stick. The father times the approach with the turtle's slow breath. He nods at the older boy, then shifts his weight. The grab is a blur, a quick hand on the shell, fingers hooked under the rim. The turtle kicks and the stone tilts, but the boy holds firm. He swings it to a dry patch where the mother waits with a woven loop. She slips the loop over a leg and shell, tight enough to keep it still, loose enough to spare a finger. The younger boy whoops, then bites it back, remembering the water at his heels. They step back from the bank, hearts drumming. The catch feels like a small victory against the rush of the river. Cooking is simple and fast once they reach safe ground. They know what works when wood is scarce and hunger is loud. Roast and shell on coals until the top darkens, then pry and pull the meat free. The fat bastes itself. Stone boil in a bark bowl or clay pot. Drop hot rocks in water, add turtle pieces and simmer. Toss a handful of berries for a sweet-sour broth. Quick sear on flat stones. Slice, salt with ash-rich herbs if on hand, and char both sides for a smoky bite. The family shares the best bits with the kids first. Soft neck meat, tender legs, clean broth that warms the chest. Success tastes like calm after noise. Dodging snake surprises in the bushes. Brush rustles near a sun patch and the father's hand goes up again. A snake lies half hidden, coiled in leaf shade, tongue tasting the air. The mother guides the kids behind a thick log, then circles wide. No rush, no panic, caution keeps them fed. They watch for signs they have learned to trust. The snake is not huge. It keeps to the ground, slides rather than strikes, and shows no loud warning. They do not grab at color or shape alone. Many patterns lie. They avoid big, bold heads that lift high, loud tails and a fast, fixed stare. If doubt lingers, they pass and move on. Food is not worth a bite that can stop a day. The father lays the forked end of a stick across the neck, a hand length behind the head, weight down, firm and even. The older boy pins the tail. The mother finishes it with a clean strike from a stone. No flailing, no risk to hands. The younger two hold their breath until the coil loosens. They work fast to make it safe to eat. Cut the head well away and bury it deep. Hang the body over a branch and pull the skin like a sleeve. Split the belly and clear the guts. Rinse in a trickle of clean water if the river is near. Thread the meat on a green stick and roast over steady coals. Turn often until the flesh turns white and flakes. Snake cooks in minutes and pairs well with berries on the side. They sometimes crush a few berries into fat drippings and brush it on for a wild glaze. It is simple, bright, and easy to share. Lessons run through the moment like a tight cord. Stay back until you are sure. Use a stick, not fingers. Keep heads away from feet and faces. Cook long enough to kill what you cannot see. The kids repeat each step in low voices, making the rules their own. When they eat, the tension lifts. The family looks stronger, more tuned to the land, ready for the next rustle. Here, smart caution and quick hands turn fear into food. Plucking wild fruits and berries along the way. The path turns softer underfoot as the family enters dappled light. Brambles lean into the clearing and low branches bend with fruit. The work slows, but hands stay busy. Sweet food grows here, close to the ground and high in thin air. A basket fills with color and the day feels kinder. Picking is not careless. They know what ripeness looks like, how stems release and when to pass by. Thorns scratch, wasps hum near sugar. A careless step can slide on crushed fruit. Still, the reward is clear. Fresh juice on the tongue, quick energy and smiles all around. Berry bonanza in the forest clearing. Blackberries and raspberries crowd the edges, dark and inviting. The oldest boy leads with light steps, then parts the canes with a stick. The girl slips her fingers through the open space and lifts clusters free. Berries fall into the basket, a soft patter on woven reeds. Soon the proof is all over them. Purple streaks stain palms and wrists. Red smudges mark cheeks and lips. They lick fingers and laugh. The youngest reaches for one more, then two, then hides a handful for his sister. A sweet mess becomes a family joke, bright as sunlight through leaves. They pick with care and a quick eye for risk. Overripe berries break and drop, slick as soap underfoot. A careless heel slides, then saves itself with a quick grab on a thorny branch. No harm done, only a sting and a lesson. Keep steps short, test the ground, watch for the shine of crushed fruit. Simple rules guide their hands. Look for berries that are plump, deep in color, and easy to pull. Lift from below, twist gently, and let ripe fruit fall into your palm. Keep a small taste test. Sweet means yes, bitter or sharp means not yet. Clear the ground where you stand to avoid a sudden slip. They leave the pale ones for later. They skip any fruit near fresh droppings. They never grab at similar plants they do not know. The mother keeps watch for hidden wasp nests. The father checks the edges for snake warmth. The kids learn their part and the flow of picking stays smooth. By the time the basket rises half full, their mouths glow with color. The work feels light. The clearing smells like sugar and leaf with a hint of wild mint from crushed stems. A few berries always make it to the pot later, but most vanish fast. That is the way of a good patch. Eat now, carry what you can. Reaching for cherries and apples high up. Beyond the brambles, trees lift fruit beyond easy reach. Wild cherries hang like beads, red and glossy. Apples dot higher branches, small but firm. The family shifts roles here. Feet find roots, hands reach, voices guide. The mother crouches and offers a knee. The daughter steps up, then up again, light as a bird. A steady hand on the trunk keeps her balance true. The child cups a cluster of cherries and tugs. Stems pop like tiny threads. She drops them into the basket below, then saves one for herself. It bursts with sweet tart juice and her grin widens. The father works the apple tree with calm strength. He grips a low branch, plants his feet and shakes. Leaves hiss, apples loosen and drop in soft arcs. The boys stand ready with the basket and quick hands. They catch what they can and let the rest land in grass. No one stands under the heavy fall, no toes at risk. They pick up the good ones and leave the bruised to the ground. Teamwork turns hard fruit into easy food. One spots clean clusters and safe footholds. One steadies the climber and keeps the trunk still. One gathers the fall and sorts sound from bruised. They taste the win right there. Cherries stain tongues a deeper red than raspberries do. Apples crunch loud and clean. The mother wipes a chin and hands the best pieces to the youngest. The father pockets a few for the walk, a quiet stash for later. Risk never goes away, but it stays small with good habits. No one climbs higher than a reach and a step. They avoid slick bark and dead limbs. They watch for wasps in hollow knots. Every fruit costs effort, and that makes it special. The basket is heavier now, full of blackberries, raspberries, cherries, and wild apples. The family stands a bit taller. Work turned into sweetness. Effort turned into shareable fuel. The trail ahead feels shorter with a mouth still tasting like summer. Tackling risks to bring home the feast. Food waits in brush, on branches, and under mud. It also hides trouble. The family knows that a smart eye saves a meal and a day. They move with care, read small signs, and teach the rules while hands stay busy. Risk becomes routine, like tying a knot or starting a fire. Spotting safe eats amid the poisons. The mother keeps the kids close when they reach a thick berry edge. She talks low, simple, and firm, and lets their fingers learn what their eyes miss. Each rule comes with a reason, a picture, and a quick test. She starts with color and shape, because color pulls kids fast. Avoid pale berries like white or yellow. They hide trouble more often than not. Trust deep blues and blacks like ripe blackberries and blueberries when the plant looks right. Treat red with care. Some red berries feed you, others bite back. She shows them how to read the plant, not just the fruit. Look for a woody stem on shrubs you know. Elderberry and many safe bushes feel tough and barked. Soft, green stems on tall, smooth plants earn a pass. They may hide danger that a small taste will not show. Thorny canes often mark raspberry and blackberry. Leaves with a familiar shape help seal the call. Then she teaches fruit feel and release, a habit that turns risk into rhythm. Ripe blackberries and raspberries lift clean with a soft twist. Raspberries and blackberries look bumpy, with many small beads that form one fruit. A good berry smells bright, sour or soapy scents mean drop it. The taste test comes last and tiny, only when she is sure the plant is the right one. Dab a clean lip then wait, if it burns or numbs spit and rinse. A sweet or tart taste is a green light, in a small amount at first. Raw elderberries can unsettle a belly, the rule is simple: cook first. Roots get even more care, the mother treats them like busy rivers, useful but risky. Only dig roots from plants the family knows by leaf, stem and place. Avoid any root from a plant with strong fumes, harsh sap or a bitter scent. Peel, scrape and cook roots before eating. Heat turns tough into kind and can mute hidden harm. Safe bets come from familiar wetlands and banks the family works often. Thick white rhizomes that grow in mats near shallow water cook down to a mild, filling mash. She turns these checks into a small game, a memory trail the kids follow. Name the color out loud, then the stem, then the leaf. Touch the fruit but only after the call. Smell first, taste last, and only a dot on the tongue. The father backs her up with quiet proof. He points to lookalikes that fool new eyes, a dark cluster on a soft stem, wrong leaves, wrong smell, and the family moves on. A red spray that looks friendly sitting on a slick green stalk gets a hard pass. The kids learn that a quick no keeps the basket safe. They build simple habits that stick. Pick low and slow, keep feet steady, clear crushed fruit underfoot. Hold a branch with the stick, then pick with free fingers. Sort as they go, firm fruit in the basket, squashed fruit to the ground away from steps. By midday the lesson shows in how they move. The daughter points out hollow-centered raspberry picks with a proud grin, the older boy taps a woody stem and nods, safe. The youngest sniffs a cluster and shakes his head, not today. Risk shrinks under good habits. The basket grows heavy and the family keeps its rhythm, alert and steady, ready for the fire. Firelight pulls the day into focus. The family sits close, hands warm over coals, and the baskets tell the story. Turtles, a clean strip of snake, bright berries, and wild fruit, all earned with patient steps and sharp eyes. Danger never left the edge of the path, yet care and skill kept it small. They eat slow, they laugh, and they trade bites like a promise. Smoke lifts, the cave glows, and bonds feel tight as cord. Their work teaches simple truths worth keeping. Nature is generous, but only if you pay attention. Teamwork turns risk into rhythm. Fresh food tastes brighter when you find it yourself, then cook it well. The kids learn to read tracks, judge safe plants, and move with intent. The parents taught by doing, not by speech, and the lesson stuck. Effort becomes trust, and trust becomes calm. Let that spirit guide a modern day. You do not need a river hunt to feel it. Try a small start in your own space. Learn a few safe berries or herbs, pick with care and cook them with love. Walk slow, smell the leaves, and watch for bees in slick ground. Share the first taste with someone you care about. A simple bowl of stewed fruit can carry a whole story. Keep the adventure honest and safe. Use a field guide, join a local class, or ask a forager friend. Avoid any plant you cannot name with confidence. Stay clear of roadsides and sprayed areas. Pack in water, a basket, a stick, and patience. Then come home, light a small fire or stove, and pass the bowl around. If this family could turn risk into dinner, we can turn habit into joy. Step outside, look closer, and let your next meal carry a bit of the wild.